Learn to Earn, written by renowned investor Peter Lynch with co-author John Rothschild, is a beginner's guide to the basics of investing and understanding the stock market. Lynch offers accessible advice and practical wisdom to help new investors gain the confidence and knowledge to make wise investment decisions. Here's our pick of top 10 insights from the book. 1. Investing early in life, even in small amounts, can lead to significant wealth accumulation due to the power of compounding interest. Imagine you're the financial equivalent of a sorcerer, where your wand is a dollar bill and your spell book is compound interest. By starting your investing quest early, every penny you entrust to the magical realm of the market has the chance to grow, split, and multiply like an army of financial gremlins, the friendly kind, of course. You don't need to be a Wall Street wizard. Even a mere muggle with a modest pouch of coins can conjure a fortune over time. So, wield your wands, young apprentices, and watch your wealth weave its own epic tale. Just remember, the most powerful magic of all is patience and time. 2. Most people are capable of managing their finances and investments, as a lot of it boils down to common sense and a bit of homework. So, you're telling me that I don't need a crystal ball or a finance degree to handle my own money? Shocking, but that's exactly the nugget of wisdom Lynch is dishing out. You see, he's suggesting that our noodle is more than capable of cooking up a solid investment strategy, as long as we're ready to roll up our sleeves and do a little digging. Understanding what you spend your cash on, ahem, like that daily artisan coffee, and the companies you obsess over, looking at you, gadget addicts, is half the battle. Just imagine, with the right sprinkle of research and a dash of common sense, you could be the Gordon Ramsay of your investment kitchen, without the fiery temper, of course. Bon appetit financial tea. 3. Knowledge about the history of capitalism and how markets work is just as important as financial expertise for successful investing. So you fancy yourself the next Wolf of Wall Street, huh? Well, let you in on a not-so-secret secret. Becoming a financial whiz isn't just about mastering PE ratios or the mystical arts of balance sheet analysis. Here's the scoop. To truly knock it out of the park in the big game of investing, you have to time travel, metaphorically speaking. Understand the bones of capitalism, how the markets have cha-cha'd through the decades, and why they sometimes do the limbo under economic limbo sticks. You see, financial expertise can get you to the door, but knowledge of market history and capitalism, that's what lets you pick the lock and throw it wide open. It's like knowing the full playbook, not just the fancy footwork. Knowledge gives context, context breeds insight, and insight, well, that leads to dollars and cents. And 4. Many great investment opportunities can be found in everyday life and through personal experiences, emphasizing the value of investing in what you know. Shopping trips as stealthy investment research missions. Who knew? Strolling through the aisles of your local supermarket could be like browsing potential stock picks, if you're savvy enough to see the signs. As you reach for that box of delectable cereal, consider this. Your breakfast fix might be more than just a tasty start to the day. It could signal a stock ripe for the plucking. That's right. Your pantry is not just a food repository, it's a treasure chest of investment ideas, and there's no Bloomberg terminal needed, just your shopping list. So next time you marvel at a product flying off the shelves or a service that wows you, take note. Your wallet might just thank you for paying attention. Embrace being that person who, mid-bite of a cookie, has a eureka moment about an investment rather than just an appreciation for the chocolate-to-dough ratio. 5. The biggest investment returns often come from companies that are not household names, so being open to researching lesser-known stocks is key. Remember that investing gem hiding in plain sight at the flea market? The same idea applies to the stock market. It's not always the flashy, headline-grabbing companies that fatten your wallet. In fact, Shakespeare might have been an astute investor along with a wordsmith when he said, "All that glitters is not gold." Peel away the layers of Wall Street's anonymity cake and you might just find the next small-cap confectionery about to turn into a sugary giant. So, rock your inner financial detective, and don't just swipe right on stocks because they have a pretty ticker symbol. The unassuming, uncelebrated stocks often have the most scrumptious returns. Happy hunting. 6. Company stories and qualitative factors are just as important as financial statistics in evaluating potential investments. Imagine stumbling upon a company with the numbers that make your calculator sing, an accountant's dream, but its backstory is as bland as unsalted crackers. Peter Lynch, in his wisdom, reminds us that a company's narrative can have the zing of a well seasoned story. It's those stories, the kind that stir emotions and imaginations, think revolutionary product or cult like brand loyalty, which can catapult a firm from mundane to meteoric. Sure, financials are the meat and potatoes, but the story is the secret sauce that makes investors come back for seconds. Triangles have three sides, but it's the angles that make them interesting. The same goes for companies. It's the qualitative factors, the mission, the management, the market mojo, that can spell a trajectory as thrilling as a plot twist in a bestseller. So don't just date the balance sheet, marry the narrative for a potentially happily ever after in your investment portfolio. 7. Stock market fluctuations are normal. A long-term perspective helps investors weather volatility and avoid emotional decisions. The stock market, a realm where numbers dance more erratically than my uncle at a wedding reception. But fret not, stock market gyrations are as normal as forgetting your password for the umpteenth time. The trick is in the long game, treating your investments like a fine wine that gets better with age, rather than a speed dating round. By embracing the view from the historical rearview mirror, you'll realize those terrifying dips are mere hiccups on the journey to potential prosperity. So channel your inner Zen master, keep your eyes on the horizon, and resist the knee-jerk reactions that leave you with investment indigestion. Wealth isn't a sprint. It's a marathon with water stations manned by Warren Buffett clones handing out sage advice. 8. School education often ignores financial literacy. Thus, self-education plays a crucial role in successful personal investing. The joys of the Pythagorean theorem and photosynthesis. School certainly had us covered on those. But when it comes to financial literacy, not so much. It's like being taught to swim without ever touching water. Enter the dojo of self-education, where the battles of bulls and bears roar louder than any high school mascot. Peter Lynch is your sensei in this fiscal karate class, reminding us that the road to investment black belts is paved with self-taught bricks. Crack open those annual reports, young grasshoppers, because in the thrilling world of personal investing, knowing your PE from your ETF could mean the difference between a stock market sushi feast and a ramen noodle retirement. 9. The concept of ownership in investing is fundamental, and thinking like an owner rather than a speculator leads to better investment choices. Imagine yourself at a swanky cocktail party, where instead of bragging about that obscure art piece you bought just because it was trending, you're boasting about companies you own. That's right. With every stock purchase, you're not just grabbing a slice of potential profits, you're actually getting the keys to the executive washroom. But here's the kicker. Owning stocks means you need to act less like you're betting on horses and more like you're the savvy investor, meticulously analyzing the health, prospects, and management of the companies in your portfolio as if you were the big cheese, the head honcho, because in a financial sense, you are. Dive deep into those annual reports with the same passion you reserve for uncovering which celebrity dated who. By thinking like an owner, you're less likely to get swayed by market whims and more likely to make sound decisions. The result? Potentially fatter returns. And yes, you can totally casually drop at your next cocktail party that you're part owner of a major company and watch as the room gazes at you with a mix of awe and curiosity. 10. A common investor mistake is overreacting to bad news, which can create buying opportunities for those who have done their research and stay calm. Consider this. When the market sneezes, some investors react as if it's come down with pneumonia, offloading shares faster than a kid ditching broccoli. But here's the kicker. Those gloomy headlines about Company X might just be the equivalent of a bad hair day, not a full-blown corporate identity crisis. The savvy investor, who's done their homework and has the patience of a saint or a very calm cat, knows that sometimes a little bad news is just the clearance sale sign they've been waiting for to scoop up shares at a discount. After all, Diamonds in the rough don't sparkle less just because the market is throwing a temper tantrum. Keep your cool and your insight sharp, and you might just find that other people's overreactions are your golden ticket. To sum it up, Learn to Earn by Peter Lynch empowers readers with the understanding that early, informed investing, along with a solid grasp of capitalism's history and market operation, significantly enhances wealth accumulation. It encourages individuals to embrace financial self education, recognize the merit in non mainstream investment opportunities, and adopt an owner's mindset for long term success in the stock market. Thanks for watching.